Good afternoon, beautiful people. What a win we had this weekend. Indiana beats down on Oregon. Indiana looked really good in this game. Man, I tell you, we were pumped up. What a win for Indiana. We're going to go into the stats now for Indiana versus Oregon. Let's go with it. Fernando Mendoza, 17 for 20, 177 yards, 5 touchdown passes. Elijah Surratt had 2 touchdown receptions. Charlie Baker had 1. Omar Cooper had 1. E.J. Williams had 1. Pretty crazy, huh?
Man, I didn't expect this at all.
I didn't either, man. I thought it was gonna be a lot closer than this. I really did. Those 21 points off turnovers were amazing.
At that, I don't know what happened with Oregon.
We just dominated them.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it dominate. I think Oregon had a lot of slip ups. Now I'm not defending Oregon.
Yeah.
By any means. I'm happy with this win. I get it. But this Oregon team that we thought they were going to come in here and give us another hard fought game, 56-22.
Yeah.
And our second strings allowed the extra 14 points.
Yeah. What was going on there? I mean, it was really crazy.
Hands are up. I don't know. I don't know.
Kalen Black sees the end zone twice. He had 63 yards rushing. He's getting closer to 1,000-yard season. So let me see if he'll be able to get into that in the next game.
And Hemby both.
Hemby, yeah. I mean, Black had 63 yards. If it wasn't for that penalty, that holding penalty, he would have surpassed it big time. Man, I tell you, this team is truly been amazing to me. How well they play as a team. I mean, offense, defense, special teams, and of course, coaching. This season has been amazing season for us. Fernando had 2 fumbles, and Pat Coogan, thank God, he grabbed a hold of that. That was a huge time of the game for us.
Number one, I liked watching Fernando run, make missed tackles, all that. Man, you got to work on protecting that ball a little bit better. You're gonna do stuff like that, and that ball isn't tucked to your side when you're running.
Yeah,
it's gonna get punched out every time.
Yeah,
Fernando,
I tell you, he makes me nervous.
When he runs,
when he runs, it was just crazy.
Man, whenever he was running and that ball popped out, Coogan ran for at least 15 yards.
Yeah.
To grab that ball. I've never seen a big boy that fast.
He's fast for a lineman for sure.
Man, attaboy.
Yeah. Now
that's a butt slap once you come in.
Yeah.
Tap ass.
Man, Oregon just could not get it going all day. Our defense was dominating against Oregon. Dante Moore had 250 yards, passing yards, and 2 TDs and 1 interception. But Jay Harris had a touchdown. But other than that, he only had 35 yards rushing. And we held them. And a point that, we made before was if they're under 100 yards rushing, that, Oregon usually doesn't win. Now, they were over 100 yards rushing, but it was just with that, he had a 171-yard rush, and that really changed the aspect of that. So, yeah, Jamari Johnson had the lone TD for the receiving core. He had 4 receptions for 83 yards. And other than that, we pretty much kept them in check the whole game. Our defensive players, man, what a game our defense had.
Right off the bat,
Right off the
Collins with
bat.
25-yard interception return.
Yeah,
Man.
that
Pick six.
was a pick six by D'Angelo Pons. What a job that he did jumping that route. I mean, you could tell the coaching there. He was calling that play. If you look at the film, he was saying, it's pass. He's signaling pass, and he jumped on that play on that ball quick. Like that's one thing that amazes me about this team is how well they watch film and how well they're coached on watching for a play that they know is coming because they've studied that much. We just had a unbelievable game and shout out to Daniel Ndukwe. The Heat man, I've said his name all season wrong, but I tell you what a game he had. He had 2 sacks, and he had blocked punt too. I mean, that question about our defensive end position, he answered it.
He did answer it, and I'm very happy that he stepped up to the plate and he's doing good.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of heart to be able to step in that position and do something.
And another thing that I noticed is that tackles for loss, we did really well with tackles for loss in this game too. They were behind the sticks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that this team could end up being something special when we get to Miami.
Yeah, being focused for this game, like you said, we got to watch a lot of film. These guys have to be ready. I mean, this Miami team,
they're physical.
They are a physical team. We need to keep our heads low because they will. They do not care.
They don't care.
But on with the Miami and Ole Miss stats. Yeah, it was a close-knit game. It was a very close-knit game.
The whole game was close.
Ole Miss really screwed up with missing that field goal in the second half. But Carson Beck with having 268 passing yards to Trinidad Chambliss,
yeah.
For 277. They had Fletcher Jr. 133 rushing yards to K. Lacey with 103.
Yeah, that Miami rushing game is, I tell you, they're really good at rushing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
If we could stop them from the rushing, because Fletcher had 22 carries for 133 yards. Jamar Brown had 14 carries of 54 yards, but he was physical, a physical runner.
Yeah,
man, he's hard to get down. We're really gonna have to tackle him well.
Well, that's what kind of drives me. You got the penalties, man. 10 for 74, 4 for 34.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, like
if they play like that against us and have turnovers, the interception Carson Beck threw. If they play that way against us, I mean, we've been dominant on getting points off turnovers.
Well, see, that's the funny part. Their offense ranks 40th in the country.
Yeah.
But their defense ranks 10th.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're both in the top 10 for both.
Right.
So, and this is also the thing too. I was a huge follower of Carson Beck for a while.
Oh, we're going back to Georgia. I know that you were.
And Carson Beck has been in these high intense games
Yeah.
And he knows now. This is my worry. This is in Miami. We're
Yeah.
traveling 1,100 miles, obviously by plane, to Miami.
Right. I wonder if it's going to be a home field advantage or not, or we're going to,
Man,
IU fans will pack it up again.
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of IU fans a little bit mad right now because it's ridiculous for $31,000. I mean, they college football playoff needs to level it out a little bit.
$3,100.
31,000.
But that's for the big box seat.
No, that's next to the field.
Oh wow.
Your lowest ticket price is $3,000.
That's unbelievable. That hurts.
You know, we have a big alum.
Yeah, we do.
We have a big alum. We have a lot of people that also live in Florida by itself.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting if we have home field advantage again.
Because we see how we do whenever we have home field advantage.
Right.
You know, Ole Miss, honestly, the way I look at it, Ole Miss could have won this game close knit.
They could have won this game.
There was a lot of the Miami again won games off of forcing mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's something we cannot do. We cannot force or have mistakes.
Right.
You know,
that defense is just really good up front. You know.
Well, they've always produced very good linebackers. They've always produced really good safeties. I mean, really good wide receivers. I mean, you have two alum that have been to every single game there, and one of them's Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to want to show off to Ray Lewis. And that's my big fear.
Edgerrin James was there, too.
Like, one of my big fears, right, is that one of their linebackers meets Fernando. Mm-hmm. And they're not going to care about targeting call.
Right.
They're going to target him to get him out, so they put a second string in.
Right.
Which I hope it doesn't happen, so we just got to be smart on that end.
Yeah, Mesidor, he's a beast at the end position. And Torre, too.
They're going to run the same thing that we're used to, especially like Ohio State does. It's the 4-2-5. They're going to double up on our weakest link on our line, which we really don't got. But there is one that I'm a little worried about.
Definitely.
Benson.
The right side of the line. Yeah. I think that too. We'll have to hopefully get a tight end in there to help block on the outside.
He's big enough.
Yeah, pump him. But yeah, this has been pretty crazy. This would be a crazy game. I think it's going to be a really close game. What do you think?
I'm nervous about this one.
I am too. I am nervous about this because their defense matches up really well with our offense.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, we got two people that are going back home.
Right.
Got Fernando and Pons. They're both from Miami.
Yeah, there's several players on our team from Florida, so that's good too for them to go back home and play in front of their home people. And
a lot of these kids they played high school against.
Yeah, this could be a physical game.
Yeah,
this could be a hard hitting game. It really is.
Hi, buddy.
Yep. I wonder how. One thing I noticed about Miami on film is they play a lot of zone defense. We're gonna, if they give us a zone looks, our wide receivers should be able to, and Fernando do well against that defense.
I think you're jumping too far ahead.
Do I? This
is simple.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put our little crock pot out. We're gonna mix the ingredients. All right. The ingredients are forcing man coverage. Right? They struggled against Jeremiah Smith doing the one-on-one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dating back to watching a lot of film from the start of this playoff all the way up. They struggled with one-on-one.
Right.
You're going to struggle one-on-one against Becker.
Yeah, EJ Williams too.
You're gonna struggle with EJ Williams. You're gonna struggle with Surratt. We've seen it. We've seen it against Oregon. Cooper, exactly. Our tight end. It does not matter where you're going, but if you put in the ingredients, they start playing zone, you start running it down their throat, force them in man, make the connection through man.
Right.
Beat the one-on-one battles. That's what you want.
Yeah, this game's coming down to a lot of the running game too. Because if we can stop the run, we can stop Miami from running the football. It's a big part of their game. If we can stop that, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had a problem with that last year against Notre Dame, against Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
But I don't think this guy is on Jeremiah Love level.
Oh, I don't think that. I don't think that either. And I think our front defensive line and linebackers are better with, Isaiah Jones sitting there, Hardy, and.
Did you see one of Miami's linemen, 6'9"?
Yeah. Big boy.
Big boy.
Big. They've got hog mollies up there on both sides of the ball. They're big, they're strong, they're mean. And it's going to give us some fits up front, I think, but I think we'll be able to stop them.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Our team speed is really good, though.
We'll have to see.
Shamari Sharp and D'Angelo Ponce are going to have a workout, or they're going to have a workout here too. Our safeties are going to be essential. Farrell and Moore are going to be essential to this game. Another thing that I'm kind of thinking about too is our special teams, because we lost some players in the portal for the special teams players that are important on our special teams.
Special teams players that are important on the special teams.
Yeah. Well, I know where you're going with that, but they're not starters. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Look, starter, not starter, it does not matter. Go out there and make a play, make a hit.
Yeah.
You got two things you got to do. You either got to block or you got to hit. Go out there and hit somebody.
Right.
Right? It's not a hard job title. It's not.
No, it's not. What do you think the biggest matchup's going to be for IU?
Well, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. Okay. The biggest matchups are going to be is the passing game.
The passing game.
I am stoked to see what a 40th ranked offense can do against our defense.
Yeah.
Beck has this problem, okay? He gets rushed, right? He feels like he can run.
Yeah.
What happens there? The whole reason why he had to leave Georgia is because he got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hit hard. Real hard. The kid doesn't take impact well.
No.
He doesn't. Okay, so, I mean, push comes to shove on it. You know, I think being smaller than a lot of these linemen, speed kills.
Yeah.
Speed kills. Now, you can, I mean, I'm not lying. Yeah, you guys got some big boys, but speed kills. There's, again, another reason why Big Ten is so top notch. Because we don't need the biggest guy out there on the defensive end position. It's all about speed.
Yeah.
If you can get Beck to have happy feet, he makes mistakes.
Yeah, he does.
He fumbles the ball, or he passes an interception, or he tries to go for a run and he gets clapped and he has to go back to the sideline for a second recoup.
Right.
He's a super senior. You know what a super senior is?
What's that?
It means he's been here in the game long enough where he should be going pro, but he's stuck around for another year.
Yeah. He's a prototypical pro quarterback, too, and a pro-style offense.
Yeah.
He really is. This is a pro-style offense that Miami runs.
and it's another thing that bugs me is that a lot of critics are saying the whole reason why we won all these games is because how many people that we have that are between 22 and 25.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You see the stuff going on now too about they're trying to say that IU's cheating.
Yeah.
I mean that's just hogwash.
Yeah,
like our guy for our computer guy is cybersecurity, so somehow he's getting into the headsets and stuff. It's that
the moral of it is that we're not cheating. It's great coaching that we have. You guys want to go look at cheating? Go look at Oregon, right? Go look at Ohio State. Go look at Alabama. Michigan got caught.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a good coach and a good coaching staff, and we brought in good players, and now we're winning games, and instantly you guys want to think that we're cheating?
Yeah,
that blows my mind.
It does blows mine too. Our defensive coordinator and staff, they watch tons of film.
Yeah.
And the players watch tons of film on defense, and our offense is the same way.
Once you have those group leaders, once you have those captains on that team, they're telling their boys, watch this film.
Right.
Watch this film. Coaches, watch this film. Watch this film. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you sit there and you put in the time and effort into something that you love to do, you're going to focus on that.
Yeah. And
Oregon, Alabama lost because of mistakes.
Right.
Because our film was there. We watched film on them and we knew exactly what they were going to do. Oregon lost because of mistakes. We watched film. We knew exactly what they were going to do.
Yeah.
It's plain as day.
Yeah. We figure our coaching staff and players are really good at finding a weakness and then exploiting that weakness on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you see too that another thing that was kind of funny I wanted to bring up today was our plane got here to Monroe County Airport and got stuck on the runway because
and shame on you for telling that story while we're on an airplane next to two old couples.
Yeah, last night we were on an airplane coming in from Orlando and I was telling that story. Chase is like, "What are you doing?" Man. That was crazy. They were on the tarmac for an hour and a half until they could get the buses out there to get.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's scary to even think about. And I hate airplanes.
I know you don't like them.
I hate airplanes.
I don't mind them.
I know you don't mind them, but now so let's talk a little bit about this transfer portal, Dad. Well, what do you think about the transfer portal?
Oh, right now I'm worried. There's a lot of talk going on that Alberto Mendoza's going to leave. That kind of worries me a little bit. With the signing of Hoover to come over. I mean, I know we still have Cherry. We assume that he'll be back.
Right. See, that's what you get yourself caught up in so bad is that you have talk. You always hear about talk. Talk. Has he put himself in the transfer portal yet?
No.
Okay, what's the date today?
It's the 13th. We have a
transfer portal ends tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we lost a couple of good special teams players, Jaja Boyd and Henderson. But we've got some really good talent coming in, and that might be a reason for it.
Well, I again, we talked about this last night. we talked about this last night. I personally get upset about situations like this because I don't know if it's because I was raised next to two coaches. Sometimes on the football field I get told I was never good enough, or I was too little, or I wasn't fast enough, which was a damn lie.
You were fast enough, plenty fast.
I get told these things a lot, but my mindset is that my coaches are telling me I'm not enough because I'm not doing enough. So how can I do enough? How can I do better?
Right.
Your team's going to the national championship in Miami. You want that position so bad, you got to work for it. You got to work hard for it. You don't just give up. Like I was saying, I'm not saying this is where he's going, but Jaja, if someone says, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you $1 million more than what IU's paying you. Come play for us." That still doesn't say you're gonna have a starting position.
Right.
That still doesn't say you're gonna have a national championship ring on you.
Yeah.
That still doesn't say you stick it out with your team. Next year comes around, you work hard, you keep pushing, keep going.
Yeah. Keep on working harder to get into the next step. I told the same thing to Jamari when a couple of years back. I said, just stay. I said, you're a hell of a cornerback. The coaches are going to see that, and you're going to be playing. I mean, look at Jamari now. And there's some players that we have that are leaving that it kind of hurts that they're leaving, but they got to do what's good for them too. So,
Yeah, it's got to keep pushing forward with this. You can't, it's bon voyage at this point. You want to leave, go.
yeah.
You don't want to be a part of it, okay.
The
Whatever.
Pepe brothers leaving.
Yeah.
That they went to UMass,
but yeah, we have a 4-star AJ Harris from Penn State, cornerback
coming in. Yeah, he's
coming in.
He's gonna be a hell of a cornerback, but shutdown cornerback over there with Jamari. So our defense looks good. What I really want to see is some offensive linemen, because if Carter Smith leaves, we're going to be short on the offensive line, if not for anything but for depth.
Yeah. Yeah, we will be. And that leads me to another good question here. I mean, our defense looks amazing, looking at what we got. I mean,
what we have coming in, what we have already, we look really good.
So that's going to be a fun battle to see during the spring.
Yeah, it will be. And that's a question I have too for the spring game. We're used to having the spring game and having maybe, I don't know, 5,000 maybe show up for it. I'm curious to see this spring game if we don't pack the stadium like the other teams do.
I like that thought process. I feel like that they're gonna want to come. People are gonna want to come in and see.
Have a tailgating for a spring game.
That would be nice.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
So, yeah, that would be sweet. No, we have a lot of good 4 stars, 3 stars, coming in.
Yeah, we do. Our recruiting, I mean, it's taken a jump this season, and for 27, it's going to be even better, I believe. With this team winning like we are, just hopefully they have a chip on their shoulder like our players do now to be great. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of the stars don't matter much to me.
No,
the stars, like proven that Indiana has proven that the stars don't mean everything. It's someone that wants to work hard, develop hard, and play hard with their heart, and want to prove something to someone. That's a success in itself.
Yeah, if you have you play with your heart, anything can be done. Play with as a team. I
As a team.
highlight as a team, anything can be done, and this is the proven factor of anything can be done. Now, come Monday
Yeah.
Monday night, right?
Monday night,
7:30 game.
7:30.
This is going to prove once again anything can be done as a team.
It is as a team. They give us a 68.3 chance of winning this game. Miami 31%.
Are you trying to work me up?
I know that you don't
you're
like
trying
that.
to work me up.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
I know it doesn't.
It is all about who shows up. Fans, 12th man.
Yeah.
Right? And who wants to play ball. Okay?
Right.
I get it. I get it. I like going on other people's fan pages, and looking and lounging around. I don't stir up the pot. Me personally, I'm humble enough that, I don't stir up the pot. I know anything can happen. I've been an IU football fan for 26 years since I was a baby. I was in IU football gear since I was a baby. I'm humble enough that no, anything can happen in this game. It's all about who shows up, who wants to play it, who wants to throw the pigskin. Okay? It's all about who wants it. This is a game of football. This isn't a game of fans. This is a game of football.
Right.
I say it before every game, I'm nervous. Miami has a hell of a defense. We have a hell of an offense.
Yeah.
We have a hell of a defense. They have a hell of an offense. This is what a national championship game is supposed to be about.
It is, and it's gonna be crazy. Too, is who establishes the running game is gonna mean a lot to this game. If we can stop the running game, I think we'll win this game easily. If they're forced to be third and long, that's when they'll be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, but we really have to do this. This game is going to concentrate on the running game, being able to stop the run. What do you think?
I think the same way. They have a very good running game. They have a lot of really good misdirections schemes. They have really good play action, pass plays. I mean, Carson Beck is really good at disguising that. So
the play action passes. That's what I mean. If we stop them from being in play action pass formats, then that's going to be huge. You know what I mean?
Shark cannot get beat. We have to have Farrell out there to help him out.
Right. That wide receiver Tony, man, he's a all around beast. He that kid does a lot of. He's a special player. He really is.
He was supposed to be a senior this year.
Yeah.
He was a true redshirt freshman. But that's the thing though. He got cracked once against Ole Miss and had to go to the sideline.
Yeah.
This is the Big Ten play. Okay. You played one of the top notches of Ole Miss in the SEC. Right. But Ole Miss's defense wasn't all that good. You go against a team like us, you're going to get hit hard every time.
Right.
Even if you make a couple yard run on us, you're going to get hit hard. I'm just saying, the skill set, he has it. But the mindset,
he doesn't.
He doesn't. And that just comes with age,
Yeah. It's going to be key for us to slow down this defensive line. This Mesidor kid, he's a beast on the defensive lineman, and it's going to be crazy to see.
Well, they're going to try to stack the box. Is what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, they will try to stack the box. And, ironically enough, the defensive coordinator from Miami worked for Coach Sig.
Yeah.
So he's gonna, you know, he's gonna know our some of our tendencies, but things change over the years.
Well, things change a lot. You're right. So, I mean, what else do you want to talk about, Pops?
Well, I just want to, team leaders for Miami wise. Fletcher's the premier back. Then Shamar Brown is the second back. He's a beast of a back. Like I said, I think we have to stop that running game. Um, the receivers are very good too.
Mm-hmm.
Are very good. Like I said, that Tony, that kid's a special player. Their tight end is a good tight end too. So that's something we'll have to think about. But again, that's mostly with their play action pass game. Um, Kaylon Moore is a wide receiver. Daniels that are good wide receivers too. So we have to be careful of that. But defensively, that Torrey, the linebacker, man, he's crazy, crazy good. Um, the Thomas, the DB, he's gotten a lot of tackles too. But Bain, that kid is a lot to handle too.
Well, this is my concept on that. If you stuck Penn State and Miami together,
Mm-hmm.
that's the defense that reminds me the most.
Right.
They go on one side, they blitz on one side, so linemen can't get all of them at once.
Right.
They run a QB spy. So if that hole opens up, what's the spy gonna do? He's gonna blitz.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that Penn State does constantly. Those quick slant routes, you know what I mean? They have those linebackers coming in on a blitz. Those quick slant routes are going to be there for us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about breaking down Miami's defense. That's something that me personally they haven't seen other than out of Notre Dame when they played Notre Dame.
Right.
So that's the defense that reminds me the most for defense. Penn State's defense and Miami's defense are very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
They're going to try to stop our run. Or they're going to try to blitz Fernando and get him off center.
Yeah, the four-man front for Miami's really good too. So I mean, they don't really have to blitz, but stunts, we'll have to worry about that.
Yeah, like that's one thing. But I have Miami's rankings for their offense.
Right.
So the 2025 season ranking around the top 30 nationally in scoring. Points per game is 30 to 32 nationally. And yards per game around 398 yards per game, 44th nationally.
Yeah. We should be able to stop that nationally.
Now,
this game.
Their offensive line is ranked third nationally.
Yeah.
For pass protection.
They're good. Bunch of big old boys.
So, with them being a big old boys, that also comes with a skill set. You can be 6'9", 300 and something pounds, but if you have a defensive end that's 6'2", 300 pounds or 298 pounds or 230 pounds.
Cutting his legs.
Cutting under him is going to be really.
That's what I was jokingly saying. It's cutting under.
That lineman's going to have to break down to your level to stop you.
Right.
And going from 6'9" to having to go down to 6'2".
Yeah. To
block, that might be happen to be an issue.
Right.
You height and weight. Yes, they play. They play good, but that doesn't always matter. In the game, it's all about who's going to get beat. If you get beat, a play is going to be happening.
Right.
So on the Hurricanes defense, they're ranked, they're ranked high, finishing among the nation's best in points and yards allowed. It's sixth nationally.
Yeah.
So again, this is one things that they rank 5th nationally, around 14 points a game. Yards allowed ranked 10th nationally, around 338. This is again, like I said, just like Penn State. They're gonna blitz the shit out of you. They're gonna scheme something to make you have mistakes. So it's something that we truthfully have to look for.
That Tory linebacker. One thing that I've noticed for IU in IU's favor is that our running backs are very good at blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Very good at blocking, and they'll have to this game because it's going to come up the middle.
Yeah,
a lot of their stuff is designed to open up people in the middle. So,
Keelan Black is going to have a fun game. He's going to be a determination. Kamara sounds like he's healthy. He's not going to be out,
which is huge.
So that's good. We'll dive more, deeper into the game come Thursday.
Yeah.
But like I said, this determination that we're gonna have to beat them mentally, it's gonna be big, and it's gonna be just like us facing Oregon. We forced them to have slip ups because they're under pressure. Dante had that pick. I don't care who you are. You go cold after you have a pick on the first play of the game.
Yeah, psychologically, this game is going to be very psychological, I believe. Yeah. But, well, we'll be back on Thursday, people. Thank you for joining us. Remember, like and share. We'll be back on Thursday at 11. And then after the season ends, we'll probably do it one time a week at night sometime. We'll get into that later. When the season's over, concentrating on the transfer portal and recruiting and spring ball. So thank you for joining us. Remember, like and share. Subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed day.